One wrong architecture decision in the AZ-305 exam can expose weak design skills instantly and cost you valuable marks. Microsoft doesn't test memorization. It tests how well you design secure, scalable, and cost-efficient Azure solutions for real business scenarios. This video is built for you if you're aiming to pass the Designing Microsoft Azure Infrastructure Solutions exam with confidence. In this video, you'll tackle realistic practice questions, break down the correct answers, and learn how Microsoft expects solution architects to think in the exam. We'll cover identity, high availability, storage, networking, and infrastructure optimization. Pause on each question, test your logic, and compare your approach with Azure best practices. Question 1. A company wants to provide administrators with secure access to Azure resources. The solution must require multi-factor authentication only when administrators sign in from unfamiliar locations. Which Azure feature should you recommend? A. Azure Policy. B. Network Security Groups. C. Conditional Access. D. Azure Blueprints. Here's your first practice question. Think carefully about the requirement. The company wants adaptive security based on sign-in risk and location awareness. Take a few seconds before choosing your answer. The correct answer is C. Conditional Access. Conditional access in Microsoft Entra ID allows organizations to enforce policies based on user risk, device state, location, or application access conditions. In this scenario, MFA is triggered only under specific conditions, which perfectly matches conditional access capabilities. Question 2. You have an Azure subscription. You need to implement a policy to ensure that all new resource groups include a value for a tag named department. The solution must ensure that if a value is not entered for the department tag, a resource group is created. Which effect should you use? A. Deny. B. Modify. C. Manual. D. Deploy LF not exists. Think carefully before answering. The correct answer is B. Modify. Explanation. The modify effect can automatically add or update tags during resource creation. This ensures the department tag exists even if the user doesn't provide a value, while still allowing the resource group to be created. Question 3. You migrate App 1 to Azure. You need to ensure that the data storage for App 1 meets the security and compliance requirement. What should you do? A. Create an access policy for the blob. B. Modify the access level of the blob service. C. Implement Azure resource locks. D. Create Azure RBAC assignments. Take 5 seconds to think before answering. Correct answer is D. Create Azure RBAC assignments. Explanation. Azure RBAC provides secure, role-based access control to storage resources, helping meet security and compliance requirements by ensuring users only have the permissions they need. One of the best ways to improve your exam readiness is by practicing realistic, scenario-based questions regularly. Platforms like p2pexams.com provide focused practice questions and exam-style challenges that help reinforce Azure architecture concepts faster. Question 4. You are developing a sales application using multiple Azure cloud services for orders, billing, payment, inventory, and shipping. You need to recommend a solution that enables these services to asynchronously exchange transaction data using REST messages. What should you recommend? A. Azure Service Bus. B. Azure Blob Storage. C. Azure Notification Hubs. D. Azure Application Gateway. Pause for a few seconds and consider your answer. Correct answer is A. Azure Service Bus. Explanation. Azure Service Bus enables reliable asynchronous messaging between distributed services using queues and topics, making it ideal for exchanging transaction data between order, billing, payment, inventory, and shipping services. Question 5. A company requires a private and dedicated connection between its on-premises data center and Azure. The solution must avoid using the public internet whenever possible. Which solution should you recommend? A. VPN Gateway. B. Azure Front Door. C. ExpressRoute. D. Azure Bastion. Pause for a few seconds and consider your answer, because networking design questions are heavily represented in this certification exam. Correct answer is C, ExpressRoute. Explanation: ExpressRoute provides a private, dedicated connection between on-premises infrastructure and Microsoft Azure. Because traffic does not traverse the public internet, organizations benefit from improved security, reliability, and predictable performance. In this video, you practiced key exam topics, including authentication design, high availability, storage strategy, hybrid connectivity, and disaster recovery, all essential for the Designing Microsoft Azure Infrastructure Solutions exam. To boost your exam readiness, keep practicing real-world scenarios and practice tests at p2pexams.com. The more architecture problems you solve, the more confident you'll be on exam day. Upcoming videos will cover governance, migration strategies, compute optimization, and advanced security architecture. Keep learning, keep practicing, and stay focused on becoming a Microsoft Certified Azure Solutions Architect expert.